Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Bill from Competition Cars. We have a very special morning today. We're out here in Irvine, California, and we're finally going to get to the moment that everybody's been waiting for. We're going to get to see Sergio's collection. So first, we're going to start off with a couple things. You guys know Sergio, you know my son Christian, you know me, Bill, Competition Cars. 3 things you should know. This man right here, number 1, he loves his country. He's very patriotic. He loves his cars. You're going to see that, and he also loves
Jesus
Elvis.
Christ.
Well, first and foremost, true, Jesus, correct.
And Elvis.
And then Elvis. So he loves both kings, right? All right, so let's get this started. This is the entry to his facility. It starts off by having some beautiful Cadillac pictures up on the wall here. The first thing I noticed when I came in that caught my eye is the king of rock and roll in this hallway here to the left. It's a very welcoming office. First I thought it looked like a doctor's office when you came in, then I said, no, it's more like a government office with the flag and all. This
we
looks
wanted
cool.
to look serious, and there's still some artwork that needs to come in.
Yes, there's a lot. This what you're going to see today is a work in progress. This is what Sergio did in what, 2 months?
2 months. 2 months. What you guys are going to see is it really took 2 months, and it's funny because even though I wasn't asked to, my pressure was that I knew Bill had planned this vacation. We had this thing planned out for months.
Since
right?
spring,
Since
February,
spring.
March.
So I used to have my cars at another facility, and then I talked to Bill. I let Christian know, hey, you know, I'm moving some things around, and actually, you were a big encouragement.
No, and it meant he did. He asked my advice, and I gave him what my thoughts were. So he did this based on some of which just means a lot. You know?
And I had my wife's support. I had my family support, and then having Bill and Christian giving me their insight and giving me their input. It was a big deal because one thing that you know for sure is curating a car collection is no easy task. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars is already enough work, but when you got like, what is it now, like 50, close to 50, over 50.
And there's still some of his collection I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, so there's still some. So, Bill,
so let's move on. Oh, and we have Presley.
My daughter,
camera girl.
My daughter's behind the camera.
And we love Presley.
Yeah.
This is like family now, guys.
Yeah.
It really is. So let's walk this way. And when you come through here, you have what would be like a lounge of sorts.
Yeah, this is gonna be like the game room, the lounge right here. And Bill, take it
It's
over.
got a nice TV, some books with Elvis and classic cars. I love the Elvis pinball machine. I hope we can play that before we leave.
You know, if we
possible.
can find the key. But there's gonna be some more memorabilia on that wall, but it's still kind of all in the making right now. Right now, like I said, 2 months. I had 2 months to put this place together.
Yeah.
And so Bill was getting FaceTimes and, you know, getting opinion and whatnot, and he's just been helping me kind of put it all together.
Yeah.
So
Something else that's cool, this Elvis bust. So I'm on Marketplace looking for cars one day in the Myrtle Beach area. I mean, I span all over the country, right? So typically on a day I'll start, Myrtle Beach, and I'll move to the northeast, and I'll move to the south, and move on over. This was for sale on Marketplace within 30 minutes of Myrtle Beach. And I said, you know what? I have got to buy this and send this to Sergio. And it's an Elvis bust that turns into a lamp. I thought it was cool. I was so excited to get it and send it to him. And when it came in, it was like, what the hell is that? I said, don't you worry. I said, this is going to a special person that he's gonna enjoy it and love it. So he's getting a lampshade made.
yeah. Now the reason it doesn't have a lampshade, sorry to cut you off, Bill,
No.
is we're getting a lampshade made, but we had to make sure we had bought a lot of jewels and beads and fake looking diamonds, and that's what's gonna happen right there. Bill,
So you can see, this is neat, clean, organized, looks great. Now, we're gonna go out to where all the magic happens, okay?
So Bill helped put a lot of this. Bill, tell him before we go out there, you helped me curate a lot of my collection. And if you recall in some of Bill's videos, he would talk about, you know, Sergio's entrusted me and Christian to help him with his collection. You know, Sergio, I'm helping him build his collection. Well, eventually, behind this door, that's what we're getting to. And Bill knows already. There's quite a few cars.
This is a part of his collection. There's another 10 cars that we could easily put in here, probably 12 if you have to really tighten them up a little bit.
Yeah, and they're out there. They just have yet to come because we're waiting on some lifts, I told you.
Correct.
Yeah, so
Now, when you look at this setup, I want you guys to imagine 2 months ago, this was a rundown, dilapidated building. So you went through the same thing I went through with my property.
Yeah.
I had this old granite shop. It was just rough. I was like, I saw the vision, but I'm like, this is gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I told them, I said, it's not gonna be easy. but it's going to be rewarding. You're going to have so much fun going through the stages of the cleanup and then buying this and buying that, and then the final stage where you set everything up and stage it like you like. So let's take a look, guys. Come on.
Go ahead.
The first thing you're going to see to our right are two lovely ladies here that are the real bosses, Melanie and Candy.
This is Candy, my wife Melanie, who, by the way, gives me the blessing to get everything that you guys are going to see once we flip the camera.
And really and truly, we both have car girls, because we were talking yesterday at lunch about how we hear on Bring a Trailer these excuses about, I can't bid because my wife this, or my wife won't let me do that, or whatever. Our wives have our support, and that's awesome, both of them.
Yeah, I mean, we have their support because at the end of the day, happy wife,
Happy life.
happy life, but the bosses are right there.
That's right.
Those are the
That's
bosses.
right. They don't give us any pushback, which is
No, they
nice.
don't.
And I would imagine when they want something, we don't give them any pushback either, right?
Those Amazon boxes come in.
That's right, exactly.
All right.
So let's start over here. Now, one thing that I want you guys to know is this looks amazing, but he's not finished yet. There's two things that I think would be very interesting that I think is going to be special. And I don't know what the verses are. If you want to share them, fine. If not, there's going to be a Bible verse on each side of that flag. And then what's really going to be special is on that side, it's going to have a 7-foot TCB, because we have to have our little TCB. This
Right
is
there.
our
We're taking care of business, baby.
taking care of business. So you're going to have two big giant glittery gold TCB, just gaudy Elvis all the way. And that's the way I love it.
Yeah,
right?
that's how we do it. That's how we do
So
it.
let's talk about what we got here. And I don't know everything about every car, because some of these cars he had before he met me. Some were bought from other guys along the way. This is a competition car right here. 74. That was a Menuza, came from Jersey, right?
That came from Martin Music, yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask everybody, they already know this question, it's kind of good. I'm going to ask all the girls and Sergio and Christian, and then I'll tell you myself. In what's sitting here now, what's your favorite car? Okay, and if you have a reason to why, you can say that's just my favorite. You don't have a reason to share, that's fine, but what's your favorite car out of this whole collection? So working this way, I'm going to start with I have two favorites in here, okay? This is one of my favorites because of the story behind it. So this is
79.
Your dad bought this car new.
Pomona, California, 1979.
Sergio's dad this is his car that he bought in 1979. And I don't know all the details behind it, but somehow the car gets saved in the family and Sergio winds up with it. And this is not like the car his dad had in 79. This is the car his dad bought new in 79. So Sergio had the thought of preserving it and now having it here on collection. And I'm told that his dad is very grateful that Sergio took this car and kept it and thought at a young age to preserve it all these years. So that's one of my favorites for that reason, okay? And as we walk through here, I'll tell you what my other second favorite is. And I love them all. It's almost like people ask me, oh, what's your favorite car? And I've said it before, you may have heard me talk on camera. It's almost like saying, picking which is your favorite child. Which for me, actually, I can pick a favorite child too. So, which is this boy right
I
here,
wonder who
Christian.
that is. Anyways, really
Yeah.
quick, guys, before we go on to the rest of the cars, this car is very special to me, not only because he's my dad's, but this is the car that kind of started it all. I fell in love with this car when I was little. You know, when you're a little kid and you see that the headlights are opening up and their doors, and you see that there's vacuum buttons, and my favorite color is green, even though I have probably more blue cars in here than anything. But the dash lights are green. But my dad and I, we used to go to Cadillac dealerships together, Lincoln dealerships together, Mercury dealerships together, and we would go and we would make our wish list, and we would go do it in this car right here. So this is very unique. And Dad, I just want to give a shout out to you. I love you. You're the man, Dad.
Yeah, and we had the pleasure of having dinner with Sergio's family, his dad included, and his mom, and just really good people. And they treated us like family right out of the gate. So this is way more than just a client relationship. I mean, Sergio's family, and I do mean that.
Yeah, we all are.
So let's move on. I just noticed it was chrome. Very nice touch.
Oh, thank you.
Another Heritage Thunderbird.
So these are two Heritage editions. These are a pair Ford created after they did the Diamond Jubilees in the 70s, which you sold one blue Diamond Jubilee
Yes,
twice.
correct.
This was their last edition in this generation before they went to the smaller downsized
Right.
in 1980.
Right.
And this is a heritage, blue heritage, and this is a maroon. There are a few white ones out there, but I have yet to get my hands on one. Take it away.
I have a mission in Hawaii.
There you go.
All right, we're just moving back to the collection. Again, all these cars, I was very fortunate enough to be a part of getting these for Sergio. And some of these cars were cars that I just bought without any forethought, knowing that he wanted them. There's been a couple like, I need find me this or find me that.
Yeah.
But these are cars that I just bought, and he saw and fell in love with. So Cadillac, Town Coupe, both of those New Yorkers, and these are all very low mile examples. Okay. Moving back here to live. Now I don't know. You got to tell the story of where you got that. Sergio had this before I met him, but the 2 Diamond Jubilees, that 1,000-mile Lincoln, that's all part of the collection that I helped him put together. So tell me about the
So really quick before we go to that one, the 2 Diamond Jubilees, this is kind of going to be Lincoln Corner over here. We still have yet to rearrange, and actually Bill's going to give me a lot of insight and help me kind of make some decisions on how I should arrange them here. But I got the 2 Diamond Jubilees, I got the 2 Heritage Editions, the 1,000-mile Lincoln up there, I got that from Bill, and that car I've had probably now for about 10 years. That car that one is 1971. I'm a big Elvis fan, so Elvis did his That's the Way tour in 1970, and he had a black 1970 that he's pulling up to Paramount Pictures in to record That's the Way It Is. And so I wanted one, but at the time I couldn't find a triple black one. I know there's been a few out there that have come up, but I bought that car because it was Elvis enthused, and it's got its original paint on it. Well, I'm sorry, I did a repaint because when the driver brought it to me, he didn't tie it down, he didn't strap it down correctly. So it jumped in the carrier, and as a result, I didn't want no feathering in, so we repainted the whole car. Still has its original interior. It's one of the more higher mileage cars. It has 50,000 miles, but when I got it, it looked pretty much damn near like this car. Like this, as you see it right now, I'm sorry. It has the correct appliance wheels from 1970 with the Lincoln logos right in the middle. When we wrap around on the other side, you'll get to see it. So that's the story on this car right here.
Yeah. Do we want to squeeze through here, or do you want to go around that
We'll
way?
go around this way right here.
I love the signs on the wall. You did a good job there.
Thank you.
All the neons. I know there's more to come.
Go get in there, man.
Yeah, we got an oddball. It's like, well, 2 oddballs. We have Mercedes 420, right? SEL.
Yeah, and these oddballs, these are my wife's. Melanie, my wife Melanie, she likes the vintage European cars. And she likes everything else. So I want to give a shout out to
Dean Lombard on this one.
Dean, hell of a car, Dean.
And Dean's a hell of a guy. I've been to Jersey a few times. I met Dean. Dean's a friend as well. So when Sergio calls, hey, this Dean, what do you think? I said, dude, you could buy anything from him with your eyes closed. If he just told you what it was, you don't have to look at the pictures. You're going to get exactly. Dean's very transparent, like myself. We're going to tell you what you have. Yeah. And Dean's actually takes things a little step higher than me as far as going through these cars and really making sure that, especially with the European cars, making sure everything is just as right as they can be. And I do the same thing, but a lot of times there's certain things I'll leave alone. If there's a clock not working in the dash, I'm not ripping the dash apart. But it's a little easier to work on this a little bit later model stuff as well. So everything's not as brittle and old and stuff like that. So.
Really quick, and Bill knows me. He knows how I am. So does Christian. This is a good moment just to tell all these cars that have been in here. When I get them from Bill or when I get them from anyone, I usually take a car and do what with it?
Oh, he goes straight to his mechanic.
Straight to the
I
mechanic.
hate when he calls back and goes, I just spent 10 grand on this car. I was like, shit, I didn't think it needed anything. He said, no, man,
So
I go crazy on these cars.
It's not that they need anything, but you're talking about a 40, 50-year-old car?
Yeah.
So, and I've said this in a couple of videos that I do, we're talking belts, we're talking battery, we're talking fluids, differential brakes, brake pistons, we're talking anything that the car needs.
Tires.
Tires. He knows I love chrome.
Oh, yeah.
So we go through everything, even sometimes if it doesn't need it, because I want to make sure that the day I pull it out with my daughters, or if I take Melanie out to dinner, that the car is all there. That everything's going to work 100%, and that AC is ice cold.
Right.
There you go.
And I remember when we first started dealing, he's telling me we're getting to know each other, and I don't even say it anymore. Like, but if you think back, oh, I'm doing this, this, and this. And I'm like, it doesn't need that. And he's like, well, no, but I want the car to be like as new as possible. So it's like 1977, you can hit the key and everything is new and shocks and things like that, suspension parts and all that. So
And
he's
that
very
goes-
particular.
Yeah, that shout out goes to my mechanic, Guillermo Campo. Guillermo, when you see this, thanks a lot, man, because you and Francisco have killed it in the man hours on all of these cars in this collection.
So we'll move around this way with the XJR. This is one of my favorite cars. Katie, my wife Katie, back in the day, we used to buy these. I would give her a demo, we call it a demo to drive, and it would be a car I would buy to sell, but she would drive it in the meantime until it sold. And this was one of our all-time favorites. We're moving back, come this way back over here, and we can look at this section. He has a lot more caddies in there, I think, than anything else. But Sergio has an eye for these wheels and these tires, the true spokes and the, were they 60, like a 60s?
60 straight.
Yeah.
I think it's called, and I want to give a shout out to Dave at True Spoke Wheels. So they make a couple. They make the late appliance 70s wheels. They make what is that called? The Kelsey Hayes style,
Yeah.
which is for the earlier 70s. And now they've come out with this 60 straight lace spoke, which if you take a pan on that wheel right there, that's a 60 straight lace spoke, and I have fallen in love with the look on that spoke right there. I just think they look amazing.
And,
Get
this,
in here, bud.
and this is another competition car. This is the Roxina Red.
This is Roxana
And,
Red.
Yeah, the sedan DeVille. This is the Brome d'Elegance.
This is
yeah.
Brome d'Elegance. This
Which-
is 75 is the first year
right.
that they introduced the Fleetwood Brome d'Elegance in 1975. And if there's any purists out there, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's 75.
I believe so.
It's
I believe,
75,
yeah.
That's a Menusa car up there. They never.
All right, so since we're so close to my other second, I have a second favorite, and then I got an honorable mention because I got to give some love to our girl Presley over here.
There you go.
So now my second favorite in here is this Eldorado for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a beautiful car. Number two, it runs like a beast. Number three, it's got low miles. I love the color combination. And this, we're going to compare two cars just really quickly. This shows the level of our work, and I'm giving a big shout out to my man Christian over here.
Let's get our Christian in here right here.
Let's smile up. So if you look up under here, this is a car that we did at our new location, that we have access to a lift and proper materials to get these undercarriages looking really good. And if you look at, and there's two mindsets. There's one mindset, leave it alone, leave it original, leave the patina on there. And the other mindset, which I like, is I want the top of the car or the bottom of the car to match the top of the car, okay? And if we had time, Christian would sit here and go through these cars if Sergio allowed. But look how nice this is.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's just really,
Depending on that.
it's really nice to see the bottom of the car not rusty and corroded. And it's okay if you have one that's rusty and corroded because that's the natural patina of that car. So that's my second favorite. And then coming down here, this Tornado. Presley had a hand in Sergio buying this. I just love this. It's still classic looking. The interior, the leather, the color, the steering wheel, the sports steering wheel. This is a Caliente Tornado, 82 or 3, yeah.
82.
So I can remember having a little conversation and Presley having input on this one. And I got a custom tag on the back. It's not on the car because it's got a tag on it. Presley's Gem. And that's the other thing I'm kind of known for is I'll put little custom tags for Sergio's cars, like Burning Love, the 73, 72, 3.
73.
3, yeah.
73. The Burning Love 73.
Some more awesome signs. And kind of get a shot from this angle. Now we're gonna see these signs from the backside, but the GM, the Trump, the Lincoln, the flag, it's just a really, this whole place is very eye appealing. All the LED lights. Again, keep in mind, this was a dilapidated building with almost no lighting, run down walls, run down floors, and everything polished nice. Just a really heck of a setup. I mean, it's something to be proud of. All the lifts, and normally these cars will be covered with the plastic, okay? Right, but it just looks so good. Everything's just glistening, all the chrome.
Yeah.
This is another special car, the Oldsmobile. So when Sergio came to South Carolina with his family to visit us, I picked him up from the airport in this Oldsmobile, and I was going to give him this car to drive while he was on our trip. Now it turned out that the first reason, he said, hey Bill, he said, I really appreciate you letting me drive a classic. He said, but Melanie's gonna be driving it. I think she wanted something a little more modern.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause I was
which is fine. But the other thing that was funny is the heater core. I didn't know the heater core was going out. So Sergio's driving home and the windows are all fogging up, and he's blaming Melanie for breathing too hard.
Yeah,
he's
actually-
like, stop breathing so heavy.
Yeah,
You're fogging the windows up.
I actually, so you know, you guys know when the heater core goes out,
Everything steams.
Everything steams up, right?
Right.
So we're in Myrtle Beach. We pull over into a CVS, I think it was.
Yeah.
We pull over to CVS. Presley, who's the cameraman right now, and my wife were in the car, and I'm saying the windows are fogging up, and I tell my wife, "You're breathing too hard," and my wife goes, "Babe, I'm so sorry," and she goes. I said, well, that's not gonna fix it. Well, later we come to find out that the heater core was on.
yeah.
So that's a kind of.
And that can happen. These are old cars. Things are going to happen. You know, you got a 40, 50-year-old car. You start using it, and some items haven't been used in long periods of time. They're going to fail. So, but so Sergio wound up actually buying that car on that trip.
On bring a trip.
Oh no, that's right.
Yeah.
He didn't commit to it on the trip. He's like, let me think about it. I put on a Bring a Trailer. He's like, man, I should have bought it before it went through. I said, listen, just figure it out, buy it. And we made a special deal on that one.
Yeah.
Even he did buy it on Bring a Trailer and won it, but we made a deal to make it worth your while.
Yeah,
So
it was pretty good.
I felt bad he had to bid on it when he had a chance to buy it, but that happens sometimes. This is another competition cars here.
A lot of cars are from competition cars.
Yeah.
In here. Yeah. So really, all the cars that are in here are either, I'd say about what 85, 90% of them are competition
I think
cars.
so, yeah, from the looks of it. Yeah.
But then I've also done probably close to 10 purchases with Anthony Gazzo. Anthony Gazzo's
Yeah, he's premium cars.
I buy my cars from Anthony with my eyes shut. Seriously,
Yes.
Anthony's a hell of a guy.
Yeah.
Mark's been really a gentleman.
Yeah, I've gotten a few from Mark.
You guys have seen that.
I haven't done any business with Anthony yet, but I could do business with that guy. I mean,
Yeah.
he's one of us.
That guy you can take to the bank, and Dean, you can take Dean to
Oh,
the
yeah,
bank,
Dean too,
Right,
yeah.
So, yeah, this is kind of it, and
Yeah.
kind of we'll pan out. And
Yeah,
make the best of it.
it's been a very fun trip. They have treated us like family, and I mean, it's just been a lot of fun. And we've been here for what, 3 days, 4 days?
3 days.
We got 2 days left, and it's like,
2
uh-oh,
days left.
now we're on the tail
Tomorrow
end of the
we're
trip.
going to hit the Peterson, so you're probably going to see. I don't know what Bill's doing or Christian. They're doing these part 1, 2, 3, and 4.
This is part 5,
This
so
is part 5.
yeah,
This is
part 5 of the California trip.
I just want to say, all you guys out there who are followers of Bill, you know, it's really cool because there's a lot of friendships that we've gotten to make.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's cool. I mean, I've got to meet Bill. I've got to meet his wife Candy. I've got to meet Christian, the team. I want to give a shout out to Mike back at Competition Cars, Anthony. I want to give a shout out to Ryan because if it wasn't for Ryan, I think we'd go nuts.
Yeah,
without
Ryan
the
keeps us
paperwork.
straight with the
So
paperwork.
Ryan, a shout out to you.
Hi, Ryan.
And
Get on Facebook.
there's a lot of other people that go into play, but you know, all you guys out there that me and Bill and Christian know, it's a whole community, and it's cool when we get to see you guys comment, when we see you guys on Bring a Trailer, we cheerlead for Bill.
Yeah.
It's just.
And I appreciate that. And like I said, there's a lot of guys that we've met through, not physically met in person, but you form this relationship. So these cars bring people together. It's just a good hobby, good guys. I mean, there's a lot of, like I said, you've heard me in other videos, these guys I've met that I've considered friends, but I've never met them face to face. Oh, Big Leo. We're going to meet Big
Leo.
Leo.
We're coming your way, Big Leo.
We're coming your way, Big Leo.
We heard you're, well, I guess you're Big Leo.
That's right.
Man. And
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to David. David, you're coming out here again, or I should say, there's going to be a day where you come out here, and I got to have you here for the collection because
Yeah.
I know David wanted to make it
Yeah,
out.
that's another person that we met strictly through this car hobby that we've met in person. And we vacate. He's come to Myrtle Beach. Me and Christian have gone to Rhode Island. You know, and there's people all over the country. You know, Nicky with the lot. He wants us to buy lottery tickets. He says California's a hot state. I said, Sergio ain't stopping. We're not stopping for lottery tickets. So.
Nick, I just want to tell you, I think you knew one time, I think I had a $20 million winner at a 7-Eleven I go to all the time. So I thought about you when that happened.
Right.
That was this year, by the way. But yeah, just a bunch of good guys out there. So
Yeah, and these signs.
yeah, I want.
Joe's one of our buddies on Bring It.
Yeah,
Joe Sketty.
So Joe
He's a
Sketty,
character.
you'll see the sign. We got your sign up.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on some more stuff. I want to give a shout out to Jason at Denworks for getting me the Sinclair and the Sunoco, and there's a couple other guys that I bought. Kane on with Bring a Trailer, and Modena on my mind. We're gonna do something pretty soon. I know you've been putting out some good signage, so I know I forgot someone, and this is what happens, right? We forget
There's a lot of
someone.
people. I mean, there's people all over the place. I mean, there's a lot of people in California that I'm not far from. That if time permitted, I would go see. But I had the main trip was Sergio, but we're so close to Big Leo, and me and Big Leo, become close. You know, from just on the phone and dealing and stuff like that, and we just hit it off. And actually, I already met him the other night at his hotel for a brief moment. We had some coffee and desserts.
Sorry, Leo, I didn't make it out. I was exhausted.
Yeah, but we're going to be at
This
his
guy.
dealership tomorrow. We'll do some footage there.
I want to give a quick shout out since you guys are going to see this. I'm going to send this to a buddy of mine. There's a buddy who I had a lot of buddies who helped me put this place together, right? By the grace of God, first, I've been blessed to meet a lot of good people, a lot of great people. I have a great wife, family, just like Bill, we mentioned that earlier. But Dustin and Hans, you guys, man, rock. Dustin and Hans, they're my electricians. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
But
for this place? Yeah.
He literally helped me design where the lights go.
Right.
He hung all these lights up for me, and I tell him, I can't say what I want to say right now, but he's one of my favorite guys.
Nice.
And I'm gonna joke around, and I'm gonna say, this is funny because we're not. I'm not gonna be real politically correct.
Let's be a little bit. Let's piss a few people off.
We'll piss a few people off. Dustin is one of my favorite white guys, and so is Nick, who's my daughter's boyfriend. And my daughter Amherst isn't here today. I wish she was, but my little Amherst, who is my firstborn daughter, she, along with Presley, have been my car girls. They have ridden with me deep. My Amherst has sat in so many of these old cars. She's rolled with me and helped me wash the Thunderbird years ago, and so my family, my wife, you know, my parents, they've all been a part of my collection. And so you guys will see once I get my own channel going, I'll go through and get, you know, some of these cars up, but this is it. This is a video. I thought I had Bill do my intro.
Yeah, no, it's all good. And I know Chris has been a little bit silent here, but he's had a big part of helping getting these cars to this level. You know,
Christian knows what's up for sure.
Yeah, I'm good with the paint corrections. Christian is a master at the engine bays and the undercarriages. And he just started doing this not quite 2 years ago.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
He's very talented. He didn't get that from me, but he's very talented from a mechanical standpoint. And he's really brought these engine bays and undercarriages up. And, you know, and I've said in some of my other videos, you know, we're not restoring these cars nut and bolts, but it's amazing what he can do with just his natural talent. So I'm very proud of him for that. And like this whole trip, I mean, should we get Presley on?
Yeah.
You want to get on here, Presley?
We're gonna exchange the cameras really quick. Christian's gonna be the cameraman
Yeah,
that
go
he
ahead and
usually
switch out
is.
the rest. We gotta get
I'm gonna
a
show
couple
my
behind you,
daughter,
real quick.
and then maybe we'll have just Christian do a pan.
Oh, we gotta answer the question. All right, so I love this girl right here.
This is
She
my
calls me
cousin.
Uncle Bill.
We know him as what?
Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill, yeah.
Uncle Bill,
Yeah,
and,
so we all hit it off right off the bat.
I want to let you guys know, Presley's also, I'm not going to give her screen name, but Presley's also on Bring a Trailer. She has her own screen name.
No bids yet?
No bids yet, but one day she's going to do her own bid. My daughter and Nick, they
Is she
also
the one
watch
making the
Bring a
smart
Trailer.
comments? I don't know, she might be the
I
one.
don't know. She might be nitpicking.
How's that car have 3,000 miles and the tires are cracked? That's you, isn't it?
She's got to look out for Dad somehow. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, this is my daughter. And babe, why don't you come over here really quick?
Yeah.
Why don't you come over here?
Candy, come on, huh?
Let's bring in the wives really quick.
This could be the longest YouTube video we've
This is
done.
the longest
How many- was
YouTube
it,
video.
30 minutes?
30 minutes, yeah.
Oh my God.
We could maybe we split it up. Depends on how it uploads.
This is my
If
wife,
you made it to this point, then
This is my wife Melanie. She's the one who really helps give me the overall blessing to have all these cars. So I just want to say thank you because you've been supporting me and putting all this together, and I love it. Candy, get in here, Candy. Get in here, Candy.
You put that on.
It's all family right here.
Yeah, this is my girl, 33 years strong. I won't go into the story, but we met through cars. I mean, I was working at a car dealership. She was an insurance agent. She came in with her car for service, and it was all over. I started. I was like, "Ooh, who's this one over here?" So,
Wow, that's
Yeah.
sweet. And we're kind of neck and neck because me and Melanie have been together for 30 years this year, and next year we'll be celebrating our 25th year anniversary.
yep.
So
Nice.
you know,
Awesome.
You stick together, and Christian.
guys, I'm single, by the way.
Oh yeah, Christian is single. I don't know how.
But we're still trying to work on that. We're working. There's going to be someone for you. It's
Right.
okay.
Hey, I'm waiting patiently.
He's ready for the right one.
Right.
But
we were married at his age.
Oh man, yeah, you're right.
We were married.
You're right. But
I did. Let me. One more. I'm gonna poke fun at you. So if you can imagine Sergio, we were at one of his houses, and he had his wedding book, and I opened the book, and I'm like, no way. Sergio had this big, thick, looked like a '70s mustache hanging right there on the lip. I laughed with his.
The handlebar.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
never,
yeah, but it's-
never to happen again. I promised my wife I would never do that. So,
But he looks better now than he did. I mean, he's thinned up. He's in good shape, and
thank you. Thank you.
looks
Thank you.
looks yeah. All you guys.
So here we go, man. This is Sergio's collection. I don't know if it was what you guys thought, but it was curated, and you know, I've mentioned the guys who helped me put this together. We're still kind of working on it too.
Yeah, we have one more at the lot.
He'll
that we're
be getting that
some-
video.
Working on now, and we'll see. When I get back, I've been kind of a little slowed it down a little bit. I knew this trip was coming, and we had the holidays coming up, so kind of slowed my roll a little bit. When I get back, I'm gonna hit it hard and try to find some more cars that it's gonna interest this gentleman right here.
Yeah. So
We have a few more spots that we can fill.
well, before Christian pans out and kind of does a walkthrough on some cars, just really quick, can I end this video?
Yes.
Can I-
But before you end it, really quick, your favorite car. Everybody's what's your
Favorite car, 1973 Burning Love
Sweet.
with 3,200.
It's low, very low miles. It's
3,000 something miles in there. I just love that car, Burning Love. And who else? Who else is going? None.
Same.
Burning Love.
Yep,
Nice.
Burning Love. Burning Love.
All right, present. Bring it home for
I
him.
think mine is the green Cadillac. I don't know what year it is.
The one right here.
Yeah.
The one that's from Martin
There we
Luther.
go.
Right there. That's straight from Jersey.
Nice.
And so, Bill, what's your favorite car?
What? The total T-Bird and then the Eldo.
Oh, the Eldorado.
Kenny, I think just pointed to the Eldorado.
And Christian from behind the camera.
I gotta say the blue car definitely that's my first one. It's tough between that one and the gold Lincoln over here.
But they're all
two-door.
awesome cars. I mean, they're really just, you know.
Yeah.
I would love
There, yeah, it's hard to pick.
Yeah, and
It's
know that this Eldorado has a twin. This Eldorado has a triple black sister that you guys probably see me knock that one out on Bringing Trailer
Yeah,
Cars On.
yeah.
She's
That came from us as well.
Yeah, she's getting some work done, love done to her, and she'll be around here
we'll
somewhere.
have to video that one next trip.
Video that.
You want to close out?
Yeah, I just want to say you're going to see this. So guys, you're going to see this video first on YouTube, then you're going to see it on Bring a Trailer with no reserve.
No reserve?
No reserve. Bid all you can.
Bid all you can.
Well, maybe not a very conservative reserve.
A very conservative, because here we bring them to sell.
Bring
We
them
do bring
some.
them to
We
sell.
bring them to sell. So,
Win,
bid
lose,
all
or
you
draw,
can.
baby.
Lose or draw, baby. Coming to you from Irvine,
Yes, sir.
Bill, Candy, my wife Melanie, Pressy, and my man Christian.
Yes, sir.
God bless and have a good one.
Take care, guys. Appreciate it.